Chad, you know what? I like coming on here because what I've understood by Aba's questions is that Destiny and I are two extremes on both sides, and it's the truth is always somewhere in the middle. So it's good for us to have these debates so people could come and think for themselves. Like I understand that I'm an extreme. I don't think Destiny thinks he's extreme though. I think he thinks he's right.
No, Destiny's definitely extreme. He's a pro-government, pro-establishment extreme. I think you would acknowledge that. No?
Oh man.
I don't think I'm an extreme, obviously.
Nah, I knew it.
No,
What?
He dick riding the government so hard right now.
Hold up, Destiny. You say that a lot of people are anti-establishment, and you're very pro-establishment. Wouldn't that make you on that spectrum an extreme?
I think most people are probably like whatever. Is it ambivalent or is that negative? Most people are probably
right in the middle. Indifferent.
Yeah, I would say most people are like ambivalent. You're just like,
yeah, but that's not you. You're pro-establishment.
I mean, I think there's a difference. We're not going out there sucking off the fucking.
No, he is.
He's on Biden dick right now.
No. Yeah, he is. He does do that.
No, I don't actually do that. I just push back against people that are like trying to say that like everything is rigged and everything is fucked. And
okay, I thought you were an extreme pro-establishment person. This is actually different too.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. I do think the elections are a little bit jiggy.
Like, what do you mean, like pro-establishment? Like, I just
like when this guy just said the elections are
government.
rigged, like that's usually what I'm pushing back against.
See, like for me, it's like I look at the
let's not talk
government
back
that we
on it too
have.
much because I don't want the channels to get straight.
Because like the government that we have, you have to understand, like we're not some fucking crazy North Korean government, or this is not like some fucking like we're not in that stage. The government is still made up of people. If you're like, I still believe that we have just a degree of control amongst ourselves. You know,
Right.
we still have autonomy in our system.
Yeah,
We
you
still
would
have
think
people
that,
who like
wouldn't you?
collectively come together. Oh yeah, that is true. I'm part of the Matrix, bro. You're right.
Fucking tool.
Yo, Musa, I'm gonna ask you, man. Now that you're making this cheddar, it's like you're not telling people you make this kind of.
Pardon?
You're not
He's
just
telling
telling
people we're very open about our income.
You know what I realized?
Hold on, you just walking around these London streets and telling people how much money you make every month?
I carry no cash.
I mean, it don't matter if people know you got money.
Yeah,
you
bro,
gotta
they'll
be
break
careful.
your fucking hands and get you to wire transfer. They don't give a fuck.
I don't want no roadman to run up on you. You feel me?
He's in Nottingham, he's not in London.
Yeah, I'm not even from London, man.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Just be careful out there, especially when
Yeah,
you're
of
just
course,
out here
man.
taking public transport and shit. I don't know if you still do that.
Yeah, bro, you can't concealed
of
carry
course.
out in fucking the EU, though.
Yeah, I appreciate the concern.
Destiny, can you summarize that Miskiff call? I wanted to tune in, but your Reddit was just memeing about how many people were watching it. What was the summary of that phone call?
You want me to
15K.
summarize the fucking 3.5-hour call? No, I can't do that.
5 sentences, go.
There's like a huge drama over whether or not some guy that sexually harassed another girl that was sleeping was being covered up for by like the people that own a team house, Miskiff and them. That was like what everything was going over, and they were trying to figure out.
So who's the bad guy?
It's complicated, man. I'm not gonna just give you one bad guy.
So it doesn't even matter. Damn, you pulled in 58K live viewers for It's Complicated?
It's
Yeah,
yeah,
they
that's
got
why
that
people
channel.
watch me, because they wanted to see the full breakdown of the It's Complicated. True.
Destiny, what do you think about like all these liberal streamers doing everything that they promote not doing behind the scenes?
It's pretty bad. But I mean, all of you guys like do the same shit. All these Red Pill people like sit here and talk about how horrible and shit porn is, and like Andrew Tate made his money like selling cam girls online. So I mean, like everybody's full of
Yeah,
shit at the end of the day. At least I'm honest about what I
Oh,
do.
you understand the market. Same thing. We understand TikTok's bad, but you got to utilize it because you know people are going to seek it out anyway. It's like, do you blame the crack dealer for the drug epidemic, or is it Reagan's fault?
Sure, but like, look at what you say at one end or the other, right? You're trying to say that everybody should be their own individual. They should all accomplish exactly what they want to do. Don't go to school. Don't be a cog in the system. And now you're telling me, how do I make money? Well, I literally am the system. Like, what is it? Like, at the end of the day, everybody's getting high on their own shit. Like, I mean,
the system, bro.
No, look, the one thing I would say.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
saying
no.
I am the system. There's one way to make money. Here you go. Here's an opportunity, but it doesn't revolve around me.
no, but I'm saying, but like, you're like saying like
against
school is a
porn?
scam. I'm gonna teach you how to get rich, and how you get rich is by starting a school. That's essentially what you're doing.
No.
No, I make like that's maybe 1/4 of my income. Most of it is Google AdSense.
Yeah, I think I want to deal crack now.
Base,
Go ahead,
Me
bro,
too.
you do great.
base crack dealer. Do math, dude.
I'm
You
gonna
can sell me
definitely hit
some
up.
shit.
I'm definitely hitting up Sneako and Musa after this. We're gonna get.
You don't know what we do out in these streets.
Hey, listen, I got
We're
you.
serious around here.
I did.
No,
streams for
I
the
would
first
say
time
no,
a few
Destiny.
days
I would
ago.
say that I agree with what you said about Tate in the sense that yeah, he obviously he says anti-porn and stuff like that, and then promoted it, essentially made a business out of it. Now I would say it's different in the sense that when Sneako was pushing his stuff through TikTok, it's different because he's pushing a positive message that's better than CP. Fact, right? But I would say that obviously Tate stuff, like he wasn't doing any good when he was obviously doing his camgo business. Like that's just a fact. Like Destiny kind of right on that one. That's a contradictory statement to say.
You don't know what they do behind the scenes. You know, they donate a lot of money. They have a lot of charities. They donate to the church, stuff like that.
That doesn't.
Something
Look,
they don't talk about.
Bro, drug
great.
bosses donate money to charity too.
Look, Sneako, that's amazing.
I don't think
That's
drug
good.
bosses are
Good
bad people.
Like, it doesn't stop anything. Like, it doesn't change the fact on what they did. Like, that's really good. Like, that's amazing. I don't care though. That's different because that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is the fact that there's a clear contradiction there. They say they're anti-porn, and then they made money from a porn industry and pushed more porn.
That's not a contradiction. You don't get high in your own supply. Drug dealers don't do coke. Destiny, do you think that drug lords are bad people? I don't think so.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, of course.
They're bad people. But you think El Chapo's a bad person?
Yeah, selling poison by the kilo is a bad thing. Yeah,
murdering indiscriminately own citizens, not giving this friendly fire, none of that shit. Yeah, terrible.
Friendly fire, bad. Yeah.
But
overall, like people who run up a bag, people go from being broke to becoming millionaires selling drugs. Are they bad people?
Yes,
yeah, you gotta do some bad shit to get there, bro.
You're also destroying your communities. Like, if we're being honest, these people when they're addicts and families, they're not good people. If you make content, Sneako, that ruined families all across America, right? Had people becoming either dying or fucking robbing their friends and family just to be able to. You don't think I would think you're a terrible person? Absolutely.
Okay, so why don't you blame Reagan for importing all the drugs or the government for?
If isn't Reagan dead? If he's dead, they dance on his grave. I don't.
Look, I can say right that I think that obviously the mafia level drug dealers, like they're like that they can't be that good of a person. But I would say that obviously, I would say that where I'm from, obviously, that I keep saying obviously.
Obviously.
Look, where I'm from, it's not the greatest area. So I've seen people that I went to school with. Obviously, I've seen the innocence in them, and I've seen them go from like these people. They don't have a lot of money. Like their parents are literally selling on Sunday markets and stuff like that, going to the markets to make a living. So yeah, so these kids at my age, they have to, otherwise they're not.
Do you want to know the reality to that is?
Go on.
They're part of a transnational criminal enterprise, and they're just as guilty as the people that are running it. So yes, they are in fact criminals, and they should be fucking sworn out.
No, hold on, wait, chill.
Look,
I wouldn't say that.
I don't like seeing that because my friend, like that was personally, that's my friend. He's my longest lasting friend, ever dying like loyalty to the end with him. Right? He had to come to my house and eat pretty much for like almost 2 years straight. The guy couldn't eat, bro. His family could barely afford to live. I'm telling you, like this is what it was. So then he started selling drugs and he had to start doing all these things, and eventually, like obviously, there's not a lot I could end up helping him with. Sometimes he'll call me up, I need some money, but that doesn't make him a bad person, bro. He's a good guy.
It's a complicated thing. It's a complicated, obviously, right? Like I walk back on like he's just as guilty as El Chapo. Obviously, El Chapo's running the organization. This person's a very small cog in the machine. He's like a front level dealer, right?
Yeah.
The thing that the way I don't budge in is like you're still contributing to that organization. With you being a cog in the machine, somebody down the supply chain in that vertical integration is still getting hurt,
That's true.
That's where the morality gets into, right? That's where it's hard for me to look past, right? It's one of the reasons why, like cocaine, for instance, I would never do as a drug, or really like most drugs, right? Like unless they're legalized, simply because like if I'm buying cocaine or like let's say I buy cocaine from some street dealer, right? You're right, the street dealer probably doesn't do anything. They're just trying to make their fucking bag, right? They're trying to like pay their bills. But if I give my fucking $100 to a coke dealer, somewhere down the road, because of my involvement and their involvement, somebody else got fucking hurt. That's where my morality comes. That's why I don't do drugs. That's one of the primary reasons why I don't. Also, I don't need to do drugs.
Have you ever been in a situation where that's one of your only resorts? A lot of people, like even he said, like he's tried to go and get a job, but they obviously has to put down like where he's from in his general area, and they don't hire people from them areas. Like they have genuine like blacklists, don't hire people from these areas and stuff like that. It's hard to get them type of jobs. And then even then, he's had experiences where he's gone and worked with like people that run markets. Obviously, his dad would have a stall at a market. He'd go and work for someone at the market, and they wouldn't pay him sometimes. What's he gonna do? You know what I mean?
Why doesn't he just open a TikTok and start editing?
True. Actually, true.
You just told me anybody can do it. No, you just told me anybody can do it.
Actually, true. Wait, hold on. I walk back then. Actually, what Muda said was right.
He can't eat.
It is his fault. He should be doing YouTube.
He can do it part time. He can do it part time. He can't just be slanging dope all day long. He gotta learn how to edit on his time off. I say he does drug dealing at night, and he does editing.
Moose, I'm gonna ask you: was I stupid at the age of 16 working retail jobs when I could have just been out slinging crack and making 10 times what I was making at fucking.
No, look, it depends on the situation. If you had the ability to fall back on your parents, like we've already said, then
Well, I didn't take a
take
job
that
from my
risk.
parents. So what was I supposed to do? Like fucking
Yeah,
a retail job
no,
or
yeah,
what would you think
work
would be
a retail
smarter
job.
for me to do?
I've said this. I said this earlier. Work your retail job, stack your bread until you're in a comfortable position where you feel like taking that risk.
I ain't mad at that.
I said that. No, my friend, he couldn't just start making TikToks because he couldn't afford to eat, so he had to get money so he could eat. You know what I mean? So it's that type of shit.
All right,
So he didn't have the security to fall
I'm
back.
about to head out, but I just wanted to ask everyone before I leave. Who's Sneako, in your opinion, who's a terrible person?
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
All right, the hot
can all
sauce
agree
lady.
on that.
Dope. What about you, Destiny? Who's somebody's a terrible person?
Who's somebody's Donald Trump?
All right, Musa, you go next.
I'm a religious guy. I don't make them calls.
Hey, there you go. We got a God-fearing man. Muda, you're last.
Joe Biden because he doesn't fucking do anything.
Nice.
We got the whole fucking trifecta.
First thing I agree with Muda.
How are you gonna trigger me that hard in one
I'm fucking
sentence?
with you. I'm fucking with you. I go with Trump.
Oh my God.
I'm not the Biden. No. I go with the Trump. I'm not like I go with Trump. He's like a fucking.
Damn.
Unbelievable.
Look, Biden's a little bit brain dead. I ain't gonna lie. Like he's a little bit like.
Yeah, Musa,
I'm gonna
he's a bit lost.
You're that religious you can't even say Jeffrey Epstein?
Hey, it's still not my
wait,
call.
come
I don't know
on.
what you're talking about. It's still not my call.
I respect that. He's a God-fearing man. He knows his job is not to judge. His job
I still
is to
do,
edit.
but like it stays in here. At
Yo,
least I
Aba,
try
can you
and-
turn your camera on next time?
You don't want to look at my nose?
No, man. No.
I don't want to know about that video that you filmed, the one in the morning where you played to be like the, yeah, like the nerdy kid next to the one video on your channel.
When I was talking like this.
You scared me, man. That was scary.
That's my D&D voice. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go.